So hi, everyone, and welcome to the Experienced Life Sciences information session. My name is Adnan Syed. I'm a director of this Talent Accelerator program. I'm also a manager for research at the Faculty of Science here at Toronto Metropolitan University. So again, as housekeeping rules, kindly keep your mic and your video off during this presentation. So as a land acknowledgement that where I'm located right now, I'm in Toronto, or Toronto as it's known. Toronto is in the dish with one spoon territory. The dish with one spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, Haudenosaunee, that bound them to share the treaty and protect the land. Subsequent indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in a spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. So with that, keeping that in mind, we're all here and we're supposed in so-called Canada and here in Toronto or in other areas in this space, and acknowledging that this is Indigenous land that we are on. So I'll start off by giving a bit of a description about what is the Life Sciences Talent Accelerator. So the program is primarily intended and focused on talent that are interested in working in the life sciences industry. Our goal is to prepare you so that you're quote unquote industry ready to enter the life sciences industry here in Canada. So for this, we partnered up with a few organizations, and this program was funded by the Ontario government. And we partnered up with BioTalent Canada, Life Sciences Ontario, the City of Mississauga, the Mississauga Board of Trade, Sheridan, and Sheridan College, as well as us here at the Toronto Metropolitan University that have created this program. Now, the idea here is that as you're interested in the life sciences industry, and the industry itself is very different from the discipline that you've educated yourselves in, possibly. So if you went to post-secondary institutions in the STEM programs, you likely got a degree in biology or chemistry or some area around that, or biophysics, or even in the engineering side in biomedical engineering. And so those are essentially what I call disciplines or subjects. So in whatever education you gained, through this post-secondary institution, you became a subject matter expert, either at a certificate level, diploma level, undergraduate level, or more specialized in the master's or PhD level. But what you got education in is the subject matter, that is biology, chemistry, or things like that. The industry, the life sciences industry, is essentially how companies are organized that are making products within the economy. And they're called collectively a life sciences industry, and they usually comprise of biotechnology, pharma companies. They also, at times, life sciences industry can include medical technologies and digital health as well. So these are life sciences sectors that are focused on making products for the healthcare system, a product or service. There are also other life sciences areas, industry areas in agriculture, food, and other areas as well, other markets. But the focus of our Life Sciences Talent Accelerator is on biotechnology and pharma sector, and particularly the ones that are creating services or products that are for the healthcare system. So medications and materials and things like that, and vaccines, etc. So if that's the area you're interested in for your career, this is the program for you to consider as you think about entering the industry or growing in the industry. So what do we give you? So as we are a talent accelerator, key thing we give you is our training. So we've spent over a year since about 2022 April till this summer, creating a package of training modules into badges from what we learned from industry about what is it that they want new talent to know about the life sciences industry. And again, focusing particularly on biotech and pharma. So what this allowed us to do is what we did is we went out, we surveyed industry experts here in Canada through our collaborations, and we found out specific topics and areas that they want new talent to comprehend and understand as they entered this industry. So what that turned out to be is a 20-hour training program. It also is divided up into 5 badges, as you can see on the screen: Life Sciences 101, Business, Quality Management and Reg Affairs. There's one specific module around AI and cybersecurity, and also professional skills development and EDI. So we're offering these 5 badges to anybody and everybody in Canada who's interested in entering the life sciences industry through our Experienced Life Sciences program. So let's get into a bit more detail about what this training is about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a trailer of our training so you can see who are the speakers and what are they saying in snippets about what the program is about, and then as you join our program, you'll get full access to this training. So here we will play the video, so you'll see it come up. Give me a second. Again, same thing. If you can hear it, give me a thumbs up. If you cannot, give me a thumbs down so I can troubleshoot the audio. So here we go.
Miracles are just about an idea. They try and figure out, how can we do something? How can we block a molecule? How can we modify or treat a disease?
Cutthroat competition, rising production costs, and dearth of trained force are few factors that affect the viability of a company in long run.
The most important benefits from working in industry is making a difference.
The world of pharma companies, it's a highly regulated field. How can you prove that you send it for internal review? And did you make the changes what they recommended?
Talking about good manufacturing practice and other regulations.
It's a good idea that comes out against all odds. Potentially tens of thousands of people involved with respect to getting a great idea to the patient.
What I think is most energizing about careers in pharma is just the ability to make an impact with patients all across the world.
According to Bill McKenzie, the most important is a sales representative. Seriously? I hear some of you saying.
I think we can all agree that the role of a sales rep is evolving. It's certainly also within pharmaceutical sales.
This is where the product manager is going to come into play, and it's going to be up to them to figure out what is our differentiating factor as a drug, and how do we really use that.
Artificial intelligence can be applied right along the entire value chain of the life sciences, all the way through assistance in post-market surveillance. And most importantly, what considerations need to be made to ensure that we are designing responsible, ethical artificial intelligence systems within the life sciences industry.
The rationale why the life science company would interact with government and life science industry is highly regulated. So there's many items that you will have to deal if you're working in that field to collaborate and interact with government.
Quality control are a summary of management control aspects that ensure authenticity or integrity of data generated by quality control.
All of these activities within the pharmaceutical industry have standards that we are expected to uphold, because this leads to quality management, quality products, and quality development.
Diversity comprises all of these identities together in order for us to really enable environments that thrive for innovation. You are the future of STEM, so it's on you to really enact and deliver on this inclusion.
There is so much to learn in the pharma industry. Being able to absorb what is special about this industry and being interested in building a career into it would be the first success you would have.
I'm president of Janus Life Sciences.
Vice president.
Leader, colleague.
More than 25 years of experience.
But before all of that, I started off as a life sciences graduate.
It took me a long time to figure out all the different jobs that are available. I didn't even know some roles existed. It took me many years to find my path. So figure out where you want to go and make a plan to get there. And, you know, a huge amount of opportunity there.
It's all about what's your route in life, but I'm really happy that my route has been through the pharmaceutical industry to better patient outcomes for some sick people out there.
Awesome. So I hope that gives you a clear overview of how the training is set up and how the content is going to be when you take this training, and who you'll get to see in this in these training badges to learn about the life sciences industry. And as I move past this slide, I want to acknowledge all the speakers that contributed to this in kind in actually developing this content for us, and all the individuals that helped us actually network and connect with these speakers, and them giving us this time to create this content. So to give you kind of a more text-based overview of this training, these are all the badges, and these are all individuals, as you can see, from industry that are actually have provided content, and we provide this content to you through our program. So how do you qualify? So now I'm going to get into kind of the application process of applying to us at the Life Sciences Talent Accelerator to actually get access to this training, and also be included in a talent bank that we maintain and we market to employers to consider individuals for interviewing and hiring into their companies. So who are we looking for? We're really looking for these 4 categories of individuals. And for the most part, I think it covers a broad set of individuals that would be looking towards the life sciences industry and have interest. So we are looking for current students in post-secondary institutions who are looking for internship opportunities. We're also looking for new or soon-to-be graduates that are searching for full-time roles in life sciences companies. We're also opening this program up to current employees in the life sciences industry who are looking for growth opportunities. So if they'd like to get up to speed on what industry is saying about the industry over the last year, you know, our training could be worthwhile for them as they think about their next steps in their career. And then we're also open to, you know, individuals that, you know, possibly have an education in a space that is in the life sciences industry, but for whatever reason are working in some other industry or sector at the moment, and they're looking to transition into the industry. We're also opening the program up to them. So when you apply to us, you'll have to check mark one of these buckets in the application form to be eligible to actually be part of our program. Now, in terms of kind of getting granular into the timelines and what you get out of this, of participating with us, so our application form is on our website. I will ask our staff, who's Zainab Jabla. She's helped organize this info session. Thank you so much for that, Zainab. So Zainab will actually circulate the slide deck to you all as well after the info session. So you can actually go in and click on these links yourself to get access to the application form. It's also on our website, and we'll post it through LinkedIn as well. So our deadline for this next cohort that we're taking into our training program is September 10th, 2023. What you're going to get from us is the Experience Life Sciences course, or the set of badges I just described to you. Everybody who's eligible and is part of one of those 4 buckets that we showed to you, you will be eligible to get access to that training. It is a self-paced online training that you're getting, so you'll get access to a learning management platform where we have housed all these modules, and it will be you who needs to take the initiative and go through these modules to comprehend what the industry is saying about the industry itself and what new talent need to know about it. So it really be self-paced, and it's yours to take initiative and complete and earn those badges through our training. So as I also mentioned, we do ask you, and I'll describe in detail what we ask you to submit to us in your application form. A key part of that is your resume, so that we can place it in a talent bank that we then market to our life sciences employers. So these are, once we place you in a talent bank, there is a potential for companies to review your resume and a few other items, as I'll describe later, and also make a request to interview you through our platform. So what you do at minimum, what you'll get out of this and joining us, is you'll get the training course, and then you'll get your resume reviewed by us and a couple of other pieces of content. And then you'll be part of our talent bank and made available to the employers. And then in terms of, getting interviews or being hired, that is completely up to the employers based on their hiring needs and who they select. We don't dictate or govern that. We facilitate the access so that they see these incredible talent that are spending the time to learn about the industry and get quote unquote industry ready. And we make them available seamlessly to employers so that they can easily access you and interview and consider you for jobs in their business. So again, those are completely, the job opportunities through us are completely based on employer engagement and them considering you for any roles that they have. But guaranteed you will get the training from us. Now, how do you prepare for the application? So we have some very specific and novel things we need you to do to prepare for an application for us. So I like to go through this in detail. So the first thing that we need you to prepare before you show up to that application form to fill it out is we need you to have a very professional resume developed. This is a resume that we place in the talent bank and it gets circulated to our employer partners. So please, if you are at a post-secondary institution or in Canada, or if you have graduated from one recently, you should be able to access your institution's career center for them to review your resume and give you feedback. There are employment services organizations like COSTI and others that we're aware of that also provide such a service. So please, please, please get your resume reviewed and give us a good quality resume when you apply to us. Now, very specific things we need you to do that normally you wouldn't do on your resume. So in terms of your contact information, we need you to replace your name. So we do circulate your resume quite widely, and because of privacy laws that are in place to protect your privacy and confidentiality, we need you to not place your full name in your resume. We want you to use your initials. We also would like you to remove your home address, email, and phone number. As again, I said, these are circulated widely. In terms of your location, we only want to see a city and province. We don't want you to indicate anything more specific than that about your location. And I just want to highlight a couple of things, key thing that we've heard from industry that they look for, and our training also provides this, is engagement around, is knowledge around project management. So please focus on highlighting where you've managed and successfully delivered on projects where possible. And again, in terms of the length of the resume, again, I keep calling it a resume, not a CV, very intentionally. We don't want 5-page documents. The most we will allow is 2 pages. So keep your resume within 2 pages. And I also want to mention in your resume, as you will be getting access to our training, you can highlight that in your resume under education, that your life sciences talent accelerator industry readiness training is in progress. And you can put that on your resume before you apply to us. So that's about the resume. And again, I will ask you I will open this up for questions after the presentation. I do see some coming into the chat. We will touch on this and I'll respond to all your questions. So that's your resume. So please, high quality, no typos, bullet points are formatted properly. Wherever possible, you're using quantities and describing the accomplishments that you're highlighting within your roles that you've taken on in the past. So that's your resume. The second item, which is also unique to us, is we actually want you to write a pitch. Instead of a cover letter for a specific job, we would like you to write a 650-character pitch for why you would like to work in the life sciences industry. Why is it important to you, or why you'd be a good potential candidate for them to consider. So these pitches are going to be text that we will display for the employers for them to see. So please do consider giving this some thought and not do it just within the form, but write it up, do a draft, edit it, and then fix it to finalize it and then submit to us. And then the third item that we'll ask of you is a video. So again, this is also very unique. So in this video, what do we want you to do? So we've been asked by HR reps for companies to, be able to see a sample, interview sample from the candidates. So the way we ask you to do this is that we'd like you to take, we would like you to take 1 minute, 60 seconds, and respond to this question. If your manager asks you to complete or do a task or project and you don't know how to do it, what are you going to do? So it's supposed to be 60 seconds. We will reject anything that's longer than that. Our form will actually not accept files larger than 40 MB, so make sure your files are small. We do have a compression tool linked if you need to compress the video further to make it fit that size. There's some incredible video editing softwares out there. I think you can even do it in Instagram and all these social media apps. We do not want you to edit that video. We want a raw 60-second video of you responding to the question that is posed in the interview. You can introduce yourself briefly as just saying hi and then get into the question. Again, we don't want you to name yourself in the video because we are circulating this to the employers. Some things I've seen in the past and I'd like you to keep in mind, please, when you record this video, I request you to dress business casual. I also request you to, ensure that your background is plain so that the attention stays on you as you respond to it, and speak into the camera and respond to those questions, respond to that question when you're recording. It can simply be a cell phone recording, 60 seconds. That's all we need. So this is the third item we need from you. And so these 3 items that I mentioned to you, these are items that we actually share with employers so that they can consider you for any opportunities they may have within their life sciences company. Now, the 4th item is for our verification purposes. It's your unofficial transcript, as we call it, or it could be a proof document for your education or any certificate or any diploma you've earned. It can be from overseas if that's where you've gone your education. But we need a proof to prove that the education you highlight in our application form, there is a reference that we can check that you've actually completed that education. We also ask you in the application form for your LinkedIn profile. So if you don't have one, I request you to please create one. It's very important in this day and age when you're looking to be in an industry like the life sciences, to have a presence on LinkedIn and have a professional profile there, we do ask you for a link for that. But this, just want to be very clear about this unofficial transcript we're asking from you, or the proof of your education that you're highlighting to us in the application. We do not share this with anyone. No one gets access to it other than our one administrative staff that reviews your eligibility for the program. That is it. It's fully maintained confidentially and securely in our database, and it's not shared with anyone. But it is absolutely critical for us to determine your eligibility that we see this. Okay, so that's how you prepare for your application. So as you, please don't leave this for September 10th to develop all these 4 items. They will likely not be of good quality then. Please take a couple of days at least, develop these slowly, draft them, edit them, and finalize them in good quality. We will go through a round of edits. So once you submit an application to us, you will get a notification that if you're eligible, we will actually go through each of the 3 items, the resume, the pitch, as well as the behavioral question. And we will give you 1 round of feedback. We expect you to fix it at that point and then resubmit that once we give you that information. All right. So that's how you apply to the Life Sciences Talent Accelerators Experienced Life Sciences program. And with that, I want to thank you for your time. Our website is www.talentaccelerator.com, and then you click on the Life Sciences program. We highlight everything first on our LinkedIn page. So if you don't follow us, please follow us on LinkedIn. Zainab has put that link in the chat for you to follow us. A copy of this info session is now going to be sitting on our LinkedIn page. So if you'd like to see this information session again on your own time, you can access it there as well. And if you have any specific questions from us beyond this information session, please email us at lifesciences@talent-accelerator.com. So with that, I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And I will just pause the recording and turn off the live